This is Peary Habits Level 3 Musical Certification. So here are the details I'll be listening for and watching for as you try to certify in Musical Habits Level 3. This is our final habits level, so congratulations for making it this far. I am really proud of you and know you've worked so hard to get here. So here are the things that I'll be watching. Just go through this list as often as you can as you practice to make sure that you're practicing these details. Okay, so here we go, starting with Bouncing on My Bed. The tempo. You can play Bouncing on My Bed anywhere from metronome 104 to 126. And it can go a little bit faster as long as you stay in the tempos marked on the music. But remember, what do I always say? Speed doesn't matter. That's the last thing that matters. So worry about your details. Just make sure it's at a good minimum speed, at least at metronome 104. You do need to play Bouncing on My Bed by memory, so make sure in your camera shot that you show me you have it memorized. I'll be looking at your thumbs, seeing if they're always on the key or under the hand, never hanging down, never sticking in the air. I'll also be keeping my eye on your fingers curved, so make sure that your camera angle has a good shot of your fingers, that I can make sure to see all of the tips, no collapsing. So nice and firm, no wobbles, okay? Rhythm. Make sure that your rhythm is correct. The easiest way to practice this is to either play with me or to play with the metronome. So watch that counting. Notes. Making sure all the notes are played accurately, no mistakes. Touch phrasing. On Bouncing on My Bed, we had a lot of pop wrists and drop floats, so I'll be looking for those and listening to see if they all have the correct sound. So if you forget about what those details are, go back and watch those videos. Tone. That includes your dynamics, that you're always playing with the right amount of sound. So look at all of your dynamics, make sure that you've covered all of them. Going on to Fly Like an Eagle. Here's what I'll be watching for in To Fly Like an Eagle. Your tempo. Fly Like an Eagle needs to be played anywhere from 176 to 192. Again, don't play it with the metronome on your video, just make sure it's within that range. Memory. It needs to be by memory, no music. I'll be looking at your thumbs and again at your hand position, that your fingers are curved, that your thumbs are on the key or under the hand. I'll listen for your rhythm. Remember that line 3 in Fly Like an Eagle and line 2 are quite tricky. Line 3 has the jumps where you have to get there in time, and line 2 has that rhythm that you really had to work on your counting. So I'll be listening especially for those. You have to play your notes accurately. The touch and phrasing, the biggest element in Fly Like an Eagle is line 2, where you're connecting from C, that's a good wave one, right to the B. That's the most common mistake in Eagle with the touch and the phrasing. I'll be listening for all the dynamics as written in the music. Remember we had the in Fly Like an Eagle? And then also your pedal. Okay, that's the hugest thing. So if you could send me 2 videos on this, or if you have 2, do 2 videos. So one where I can watch your hands and one where I can watch your foot. Because I need to see that your heel's on the floor and that you're changing at the correct time. I can do a lot of that with my ear, but I also need to see that your heel's on the floor. And then your tone. So that includes all of your dynamics and making sure that that tone that you have is rich and deep and not harsh. So that's keeping all of your wrists loose and really pushing into those loud sounds, not banging down. Last one, minuetto. Okay, tempo for minuetto will be anywhere between 92 and 116, going as high as 126. But 92 is fine, so just make sure all the details are there. I'll be looking for your thumbs, for your hand position, same stuff as the other pieces, that your rhythm is correct, that your notes are played accurately, that you have this by memory, and that you are using your wrists and phrasing. So especially I'll be looking for nice loose wrists that are not stiff, always in motion doing the small circles. That's really the new musical technique that we learned in minuetto, and it's really a great technique to have for all the advanced pieces you're going to be playing soon. Dynamics, I need to hear the dynamics as written in the music, and then that has a nice tone. So that includes sometimes if your fingers have to play more on the pad. That changes the tone, and that's okay. That they play on the pad just as long as they're not collapsed. So I'll be listening for that. Okay, so that's a lot to think about. You can take these pieces one at a time, but I'm really excited to hear what you've done and to see your videos. If you're getting frustrated and it's hard for you, you're never feeling ready to send in a video, just send one in anyway and let me see how you're doing. Maybe I have some good advice to help you through. So really send one in, and I look forward to hearing you.